So nuclear is the only power source that takes full responsibility for its waste, which is stored in enormous concrete casks, which just sit on site, not bothering anybody. Um, Coal stores a lot of its waste in the air, as does natural gas. There is no real recycling industry for renewables. It's just not cost effective. So a lot of that
Right.
stuff
It's all
sits in
just like buried
landfills.
in landfills.
Yeah, exactly. So we can say that on that level, it's good. It's super energy dense, which means you get the most amount of power per like acre or square foot, right? So, you can just take a look at, if you go on Google Maps, the size of like any nuclear power plant, and then compare that to, comparable capacity, though it's not the same because it's not reliable, for like wind and solar or something like that, or even natural gas. And then I would say nuclear has a really high capacity factor, which means, let's say you have 1,000 megawatt, which is 1 gigawatt, so a 1 gigawatt nuclear power plant. How often are you going to get a full gigawatt of power? For nuclear, that's above 90% of the time.
Right.
For solar, the national average is like 24, 25%, something like that. And that's very regional dependent, right? So we're talking about something super, super reliable, super power dense. And I would also say that it creates a ton of jobs and an incredible tax base for the communities that live there, that live near the plant. The farther away from a nuclear plant, the more you'll meet people that might not like nuclear. The closer you live to a plant, the more you find people who really love it. So that tends to be the dynamic.